What is happening? Welcome to another pitch video breakdown. My name is Pollack, founder of PitcherList.com, former college pitcher and pitching coach. And today we're going to talk about Aaron Ashby. I'm going to go through all 111 pitches of this, and to keep it exciting, as you guys can see, I also have the Twitch chat live going with the video. I just wanted you to get a feeling of what we do. We watch these games together on twitch.tv/pitcherlist every single weekday morning, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern time. Twitch.tv/pitcherlist. You should be there. Come hang out. But right, Aaron Ashby. Whew, this is going to be a long video. Let's do it. Okay? So, who is Aaron Ashby? Well, he's someone who clearly tugs his sinker down. 97 miles per hour on that one. And there's another one there. And I got to hand it to the Brewers, by the way. Look at this camera angle. Straight on. You know, if you see me before, like Brady Singer video, it was like this, where like Singer was over here and the plate was over there. Oh, this is just glorious. And you can see is that the release point as it comes out of his hand. Oh, look at this. It's straight. And you can even see the little extra movement here. Like, oh, cool. He's tugging that one just a bit this way. And that's why it comes down that way. And by the way, that's such a good movement. You see that? You see the curl of the pitch? It's coming around like this. It's called a sinker for a reason. Oh, and then it comes back down. That's so beautiful. At 97 miles per hour. So you can understand right there, oh, not only does Ashby throw hard, but he's going to get a lot of weak contact on that sinker as long as he keeps it down. Absolutely. So 2-0, let's see what they go with. Just throw another sinker, right? Oh, he's trying to go with a big breaker. I believe that was the slider at 84. And not the curveball, 85. Yeah, he has a slower curveball. All right, there's a sinker, 97. Traditionally not a great spot, but it's 3-0. That's fine. Oh, that's a nice one. So that actually, you can see it. And I love this angle because you can tell. This is a pitch out of the hand. It's coming over here before it falls back down this way, right? I mean, just watch the trajectory here, and it's going to whoop, turn back down, turn back toward the plate at 3-1. If Ashby can spot this all the time, it will mess up right-handers. I mean, think of like the front hit pitches that you normally see from the right side. It's a lot better angle normally for that. But you can get a good look at it here. It's at 97 too. He's going to steal that strike. I used to do that back in the day. Oh, and that's a beautiful slider. Look at that. Oh man, Blackman has seen pretty much just sinkers. He saw one slider, but it was down and away and like forgotten about. And in 3-2, he's thinking, oh, okay, he just threw two sinkers for strikes. Like, he's just going to make me do something. And out of the hand, I mean, this is up here. And Blackman thinks if this is going to be a sinker, it's going to fall down here in the zone, right? But it's not. It's going to be a slider that goes all the way from here, all the way down to here. Oh, even farther. And he's committed. It's a full count. Beautiful. And by the way, just so you know, a 40.5% CSW on the night for Aaron Ashby. Overall. So good. So good. And there's a first pitch strike. That's free real estate. And I know it's not necessarily what we normally say of just, get it in the zone. But pretty much this is in the zone. And you got your strike anyway by throwing your first pitch breaker. To me, that's free real estate. You execute the pitch, you get it. And that looks like the changeup at 92. Which is insane to say 92 mile per hour changeup, but then again, we've been hanging around Sandy Alcantara a good amount, and we know this. So this is high up here, and it falls down, and he's so out in front of this that he gets the barrel on top of the ball, a little bit on his front foot, couldn't get the full strength on it, grounds it out to short. It's little things like that, and that's not even where Ashby wanted this pitch to go, right? He wants this pitch to end over here. That's what he wants. It came back down this way, which is fine. As long as it avoids this, the middle of the plate, it's fine. Like, he's trying to get this down and away here. But yeah, this is where you just don't want to pitch this, right? And he got it over here, and that's okay. Different colors, guys. Right? That's totally fine with me. No, we want that. So we got CJ Crone here, fastball inside. Oh, look at that spot. Beautiful. Up and in right here. And this pitch, I mean, this is coming here and comes back down in. But Crone is like, oh, I want a heater. I got one. Man, I want to throw it back up in there if I can, but change it away also works. Oh, backdoor slider now. Ah! The dude just said, hey, I want to swing at a heater. Even though there's one that's like barely a strike, I'm so aggressive on this. I want to swing at a heater. And then you just plop down that beautiful pitch. Oh, So he doesn't want to swing at that stuff. They're setting up inside. I personally would have loved to have seen a changeup over here because he showcased that he wanted to swing at this over here and then didn't want to swing at the breaker. But it looks like they're going to try and go with that. Or CJ Cron being like, I'm a big dude and it's an 0-2 pitch. They don't give me fastballs. They honestly might be trying to go back up inside. I mean, all three of those are good for me. Like, in my view, all three of those should work as long as he executes it and doesn't leave it over the plate. And they did go with the slider, and yeah, okay. Yeah, and Cron's just like, what is life? You'd love to see it. All right, Aaron Ashby, here we go, second inning. And that's a first pitch curveball, and that, once again, is free real estate. Why? Because you throw it over the plate, and good things happen. It's free real estate. Just all you have to do is execute that thing in an 0 count, and you get something good. This is the best outcome. I would much rather a grounder to short. Man, Rogers, that is a hanger. If you're looking for this and you're swinging at it, you got to do better than this. Oh, that can't. I mean, that was hard hit, but you gotta get some loft on that somehow. Get it. But anyway, all right, you got it out. Good job. Those are so important. And you throw it again, straight down the middle, take it. That's free. Hey, free real estate. So now that you got that, you're not going to throw a second one. You can't get greedy throwing 3 in a row like this. It could be a sinker away right now. It's kind of interesting. The way that he's set up, it feels... I don't know anything about this next pitch. It just feels like Iglesias is going to take this foot and he's going to push it out this way, which means that he's looking on the outside corner and less on the inside. That's just my instinct. Yeah, you see how... Yeah, you see how he got backed up on that? I mean, sure, not to say that, like, this didn't start here and go that way, but not that much. Right? Like, you can kind of see he's closed. He's pushing this way. And, like, this pitch doesn't actually... It's not that inside. Huh. So, somehow Bally Sports is like, no. Got the count wrong. He fouls off the breaker. Oh, and that's a changeup down, it looks like. And I don't hate this. And good job to get the barrel on the ball because, I mean, this is a really nice spot. I feel like you can bust him inside with the way that he reacted to the other thing. Yeah, here we go. Oh, he didn't get it inside. That's frustrating. So Iglesias does a good job of in and outing this ball, even though it's not that far inside. To push this to right field essentially means you're tucking in well. But this is not, I mean, this is here. This isn't like here, you know? And if Ashby gets it here, that's either like a broken bat or just flat out missing it underneath the bat, right? So I'll put it this way. There are times when pitchers still get the result that you want, but they put themselves in a situation where chance could have taken over and that could have found grass, right? And it's those little differences that can, you know, this was a good start for Ashby, but sometimes this season we've seen those find grass instead. And that little bit of command does a lot of things, you know? That just makes the world of a difference, removing that extra element of chance. And well, you know, free real estate, you love to see that. A Grichuk. Oh, that's a bad one. Yeah, that's terrible. You can't do that. Good job, Grichuk, but that was a terrible pitch. And I mean, there's something to be said about like analyzing hitters. What pitch did they actually get their double on? Everyone's like, oh, Grichuk got a double. This was the most meaty pitch that Ashby has thrown this entire game, right? 0-1, he gets the first pitch curveball, so he's thinking, okay, he got his secondary stuff. He's sitting on a heater now, and that's just, especially for a sinker, that's falling down into the barrel kind of. Like, that is just yoinked. Yeah, it's crushed into left center field. I think Grichuk is almost upset that he didn't hit that out, you know? So here's Ryan McMahon. Free real estate once again. I mean, not that, you know, he's trying to get that, Ashby's trying to get this here, right? He's trying to nail that. He kind of gets away with one here. I mean, it works. You can even see how it's like received. It's just like, oh boy. But because you have him now looking inside like that, you can probably play with it and go fastball inside. Oh, he just went with another slider, and he can't handle it. He swung at it. It was a hanger. I can see like the temptation of like, oh, I think this is fastball. No, this is a slider coming in here. I'm going to try that because it's going to be a strike anyway. Fouls it off fine. Hasn't seen a fastball yet. You might want to try that slider down away in the third time. See if you can actually execute it. Yeah. I would honestly bang him up and in. Oh, he tried to. Oh, man, look at that. Wow. You really don't see sinkers getting whiffs down. You just don't. When it comes to fastball whiffs, really you get them here. Sometimes you get them away, like a lefty on a righty sinking that way. It's or you get it more inside where like the bat is like this and the pitch goes underneath that way. But it's really rare to see in the middle down. And that's pretty dang cool. You love to see that. I mean, this is absolute filth. Oh, he just couldn't catch up to it. Oh, wow. Wow, Diaz, what are you doing? Diaz, that is no. And by the way, this is my Super Brash Brothers coffee mug. I need to drink some more coffee, but that's we need a moment after that. This is Diaz is thinking I'm gonna get a meaty fastball, I guess, and crush it to start off this inning. And I don't know, man. This is wow. You just don't see a slider in the dirt at 0-0 swung at and missed. Oh. Yeah, okay. Because he was looking for that. Wow. Yeah, Ashby, not a good pitch. This is look, what happened is that Ashby saw him swing and miss in the dirt, right? And he's like, well, I'm going to throw another one. And they're trying to get this down. This is not supposed to be, and this is a hanger. I mean, when you think of like what a hang pitch is, there's two elements normally. One is a lack of movement, and it's not always that, but that's the first thing that people think of, like a cement mixer just kind of is there and it hangs up. But the other aspect that's really important is that it starts in the zone. And what that means is that all the way through the batter is essentially saying this is a strike. Right? If this, like, we've seen hangers where they're out of the zone to start, and they think, oh, that might be a fastball, and then it comes back down, and they're not ready to swing at that. But the fact that this one starts right at the top of the zone means that Diaz is so ready to swing at this, and it just lands right in the middle. Oh, boy. That is crushed. Well, you know, sometimes you make mistakes. And, you know, that was an 0-1 pitch as opposed to an 0-0. Free real estate, right? So he says, all right, fine. Just threw two sliders and got burned. Just throw the fastball in there. Tries to throw the changeup, misses that. And there's a slow curve. Sure, that's free real estate. You executed it. Free real estate. And a changeup down. Once again, this is actually exactly what I was talking about before with the line out to second. If Ashby gets this up and in, this isn't going to be hit like this. But because it's middle, he's super late. Look at even the angle of the bat, right? Imagine if it's here versus here. There's no way. Like, this is the whole that goes from the barrel to the handle. Huge difference. It's the little things like that that change everything. So not a good start to the inning here. Oh, that's a sick pitch. Jeez, look at the ride on this thing. Woo! Man, and, you know, I remember Juan Soto talking about in the offseason about how Max Fried's pitches are different when thrown in different sides of the plate and are at different locations. So when Ashby throws it up, and especially arm side, Like, he gets that extra run horizontally. Oh, man. Look at this. Ooh. And that's such a good first pitch. Like, guys are going to commit to that often. You're going to get that free strike. And he busted him up and in. Honestly, I personally would do it again. I would attack the same place. You just made him uncomfortable with something. And I would want to do that again. I don't want to sequence for the sake of sequencing. If I see a guy struggle on something, I do it a second time. I mean, he's just struggling with everything. Man, I mean, that is, if you're sitting for a slider, that's actually kind of hittable. Down and middle to middle in works as a lefty. If it's away, it's harder. Middle, it's easier. But now, you can throw whatever you want. Throw a high heater, throw another slider that's lower. Yeah, throw a slider that's away and down. To me, if I'm Blackman, I'm thinking they're not going to go slider now because he just threw 2 in a row. Oh, that's a backdoor. So I'm a little conflicted. Ashby had this amazing evening, right? Slider got tons of whiffs. He got these called strikes on the sinkers. But what we are seeing are a lot of times where there are mistakes being had. Like, this is supposed to be that first pitch. He's trying to jam this, right? And where does the pitch end up? Completely opposite spot, right? Like, here. This is a big, sizable miss. And it worked. And sometimes that's what luck is. Not necessarily what's in play, but just the intent and still getting the thing that you wanted even though you missed. I remember, I can tell you how many times pitching that I did not intend to do something and worked my way. I felt like I was cheating, because like that's not what I never gave myself credit for that because it's just not what I wanted to do. It wasn't my craft, Free real estate there. I mean, big guy man on second. Yep, that's what you do. You throw a slider. Oh, man, Hampson was trying to steal third. Now he's got to look at him more. Good changeup. I mean, we haven't really seen the changeup overwhelm, but we've seen him throw a lot of strikes with it or earn foul balls and everything. And this is not a good one. You're going to say, what are you talking about, Nick? This is a perfect spot. Actually, I take that back. That is a pretty dang good one. I mean, I was thinking of this being like down here, because I feel that he would commit to that and be the strikeout. And here you now have a ball in play, right? But I mean, this is like, if it's this and that's a bad one, this is all right. That's pretty. That's a good 1-2, not an 0-2, but like still a very good 0-2. I just want him to get the dang strikeout and not give an opportunity for failure, right? Oh, dude, frame that. I know he missed, but like that's a strike. Ugh, that always bothers me. Catchers, you can't give up. I'm not giving up. You can't give up too. So as you see, it's a slider and a changeup so far. And if you remember the first at bat, he really messed him up with that fastball and set the tone. And now Cronin's like, okay, he's just going to go after me with sliders and changeups and slow stuff. Do you give in? No. I mean, this is an okay time to walk, honestly. Look, it's 1-0. Cronin's probably the Rockies' best hitter, right? Who can also make this a 3-0 game really quickly with a mistake. So 3-0, man on third, 2 out. Like, you can walk the guy. It's okay. This is definitely a strategic walk at times. Like, do not give him what you think he wants and work on trying to execute what you think is the best pitch. Honestly, the best pitch in this 3-0 is a slider. And he threw a changeup. Sure, he didn't give him a fastball in 3-0. And what do you know? Cronin is swinging away 3-0 because he's their best hitter with a man on third. Makes all the sense in the world, right? So he's out in front of that changeup again, looking for a fastball. I throw another slider or a changeup. I don't give him a fastball. Yeah, that's fine. That's okay. That's completely fine. There's a changeup that once again is front door, and he gets away with it. That's another changeup really on the side of that one for that whole horizontal bend. Now he speeds it up to 96. And the thing is, by throwing the 290s before it, that looks a lot harder. That 96 looks like 99 because you're not timed for it at all. So that 1-2, you can probably jam him inside with another one. Oh, the one with the slider. Oh, man. So we're seeing, I mean, here's the thing. Ashby's stuff, you guys can see it. The movement on the sinker, the big slider, the huge curveball for called strikes, and the changeup that is working and getting strikes too. It all is great, but the precision is not quite there yet. And when we saw Shane McClanahan last year, he had a 127 or 129 whip last year. Why? Because his fastball was not well commanded. He didn't, he wasn't surgical in his precision through the at-bat, right? He would often just kind of throw it and hope for the best and trying to get there. And Ashby's, I think, in the same place where he's going to have these starts like he had last night where the luck goes in his favor and he's able to get 9 strikeouts because of it. But he's not precise, right? Like this is supposed to be a slider down here. He's trying to do a under the zone. I got you, buddy. And where's this line? This is an absolute hanger. We talked about before being a hanger. Like this is a strike all the way through. And he hits this hard. I mean, that's a one hopper. I'll get rid of that. Fortunately, that's where the shift was. That could have been another run, Like that's luck going his way. As he makes a mistake. And 94, look at that. 94 all of a sudden. It's the top of the 4th. I don't know. We're not even halfway done, guys. Wait, Cal Freeland. What is that? All right. So I don't know if Ashby's like saying, hey, I got to slow down a little. I got to ease up. I'm a little fatigued and I want to get through this a little bit more. But I mean, these are coming at 94 all of a sudden, not 96, 97, right? And there's 94 again. It still messes him up. I mean, that's a terrible swing. This is a terrible swing. 2-1. All right. If you're a hitter and it's a 2-1 pitch, the rule of thumb is you look for one pitch in one spot. If you get that pitch, you swing. And what I mean is if you're looking for a fastball, you're looking for it probably, I mean, most guys are like, all right, I want it around this area. Some guys like it up here. Whatever it is, you essentially take the entirety of the plate. You make this little diamond essentially. And you say one of these triangles I'm going to be looking for and go for, right? Generally for me, it was like this. Some guys like it up here. Whatever it is, you have your thing, right? So at 2-1, when I see a swing like this from Hilliard, nah, man. Nah, you got to get it right in here. That swing should never happen. Should never, never, never happen. And that's, I mean, that's, okay. So, I mean, that's a part of the game that I think I don't talk about enough because I talk about the pitching side. But, I mean, it involves also what the hitters should be doing. And I think hitting is actually a really interesting conversation that we don't have enough about what you anticipate and what chances you make. Because really, this is a small rant, but there's something fascinating to me about being a hitter where you don't have to succeed in that at-bat on every pitch, right? You have 3 chances. You have 3 of them. Strike 1, strike 2, and strike 3 to then put the ball in play as you want to, right? So take those chances differently. At 2-1, I think it's strategic for you to say, if they throw a strike where I'm not looking for it, okay, I still have another one, right? They don't want to get to 3-1. 3-1's even easier for that. And how you approach every single pitch is a major part of what makes those elite hitters elite. And what makes a lot of guys who just kind of rely on their talent and just are floundering or in in a slump, they're often getting too much in their head and they're not calibrated to that, those proper calculations as that bat goes. I think that's so much fun. I was just much better as a pitcher. And I enjoyed the element of always being involved instead of just getting my 3 chances. I got my 3 chances and then another 3 chances and so on and so forth as a pitcher, right? So so that stuff, when I see a major leaguer struggling with that, that should not be what's going on. And someone should be like, hey man, you can't be swinging to that 2-1 pitch. I mean, there has to be a conversation somewhere. 2-2, Ashby, honestly, I think he's changing too much with sequencing. You just saw him swing so poorly at that heater up and in. Like, you do it again. Like, my philosophy of pitching a lot is if you see a guy fail, you make him beat you at it. And he gets a little cute here. And that's like getting a little cute is saying, cool. Like, you have this dream of like, oh, he's going to swing at this and then he's going to swing at that. I'm going to be precise about this and precise about that. Like, nah, don't get too wrapped up in what the proper, about changing it up and being like, well, the textbook says this. So like, no, the textbook also says if he gets beat on an up and in fastball, you beat him again there. And this is a hung one. This is away, but again, it starts as a strike. Like, this is a strike and then ends as a strike. And that allows Hilliard, who's behind on this because he's trying to catch up to that 94 they just threw. Like, his foot's already down. He's like, uh-oh. Butts out this way, not leaning out towards it. You can actually see this. For away pitches, their body's supposed to be leaning with it, right? But no, everything pulling this way, going towards right field. But he just throws the barrel out. He just throws it out because he's able to. And well, he finds a hole, right? That was a lot on 2 pitches. I'm sorry. We're going to breeze through this. We got 50 more. Changeup, man. He's getting those changeups in for called strikes early in counts. It's kind of interesting. Grichuk is looking for that heater down because he just hit a double off of it. Don't give it to him. Yeah, but stay with it, though. Don't give him a heater. Changeup. Yeah, good. Don't give him the heater. He's only thinking about the heater. Okay, fine. Grichuk changed. Good stuff, Ashby. Like, that wasn't a bat of Grichuk. Hit that. What was it, the 0-1 sinker for a double in the first, and Ashby just did not give it to him. And Grichuk changed midway through the at bat. I wasn't giving him credit for changing. Ashby did. 94 though. The velocity is down right now, and that's that whole sequence of events, right? Of Grichuk looking for a heater, not getting one, and then changing it, is how you get a guy at 1-2 to swing and miss on a sinker like this. That's a strike all the way through. Timing is off because of all the slow stuff. Grichuk is now believing it's a changeup, or believing he's just not going to give into the slider. I'm shouting it too. So I'm on the same page with you, Grichuk. But Ashby, good job. You beat him there. You got cute and won that time. First pitch, free real estate. With a curveball, sure. Oh, he gets lucky again there. Where he misses his spot but still gets called strike. Yeah, and does it again. Good job. That was something where McMahon showcased he didn't want to swing at the breaking stuff, so he threw it 3 times. Pretty cool to see. 2 called strikes on kind of not good ones, and then he throws the great one at 0-2, and that's the one McMahon swings at. That's cool. Man, that's 4 straight breakers now. And he got strikes 4 for 4. That's huge. I cannot overstate the importance of going 4 for 4 with breaking balls for strikes. If you want one of the highest indications of a successful pitcher, it's look at the strike rates of their secondary pitches. Just if they're able to get strikes with secondary pitches, it's such a huge, huge thing. That's a changeup away. He hasn't thrown a fastball since that strikeout to Grichuk. Changeup again. And I think I do wonder if Ashby's moving away from it because he's fatigued a little. I'm surprised he's at pitch 65 and he's going to go to 111. But he's at 94 on the sinker now, right? Not 96, 97. There's another breaker. Can't get the timing on that. Fastball? Yeah, now he tried to overpower it at 96. That was a max effort one. He goes down again. I mean, a fastball works. So does a slider, clearly. Diaz was playing the game, I think, of trying to guess too much. Because this is, he hit a home run, if you remember, on a hanger. And he played a guessing game. He lost that time. That's fine. You got a home run earlier, buddy. It's okay. So it's interesting. He ends the game with 9 strikeouts, and he has 7 of them through 4. But the final 3, he only has 2. I think he gets a little fatigued. Let's see what happens. Missed the free real estate. Changeup again. And gotta say, the changeup, he's trying to get this. And he wants a swing. Keep in mind, guys, he's not trying to get like a called strike. He's trying to get a swing and a rolled over grounder to right field. And not rolled over. Rolled over would imply this way. He's trying to just get this like weak grounder this way for an out, right? But instead, what keeps happening, instead of going over here, he keeps tugging it. Guys think it's coming inside, and it comes back over, and he gets this called strike, which isn't inherently bad. It's just not his intent. And he's been failing at it all game. Wow, 93 on the sinker now. Oh, there's a good breaker down. Good job by Hampson. Now you go fastball inside, definitely. Oh, you go fastball inside now. You got him something that looks like it's a changeup. I saw the wiggle. Or the full fingers. And yeah, no. You gave him all this off speed. And the only time he sped him up was a bunt attempt. Like, he's timed for the off speed. Look at how well the foot comes down properly there. Right? It's not early. And that's a hanger. That's like, you can see going out the same way that it went in. Yeah, that's a terrible pitch. Yeah, I did it better than that, Ashby. Oh, man. But he saves his good fastballs for Blackman. He struck him out on this one, got on the first, and like now he is nailing this against lefties. This is interesting, actually. We've seen a lot of righties. Not as many lefties. There's another fastball that gets us on base. I mean, that's a pitch where Blackman didn't swing because he saw that Hampson was running. He saw. I'm not going to judge Blackman's choices on that pitch because he's 0-1 and sees the guy going. Nope, let him have the base, right? Like, if he swings and grounds to first, it's the same scenario except now it's 1 out and you don't have the at bat anymore. And good job. Now, because he didn't swing in the other one, now he gets him to third instead of to second, right? This has to be lower. That has to be down here if you're going to do that. I mean, I understand it's around the edge, but it gives him the opportunity again, right? Like we're talking about with the changeup before. Didn't get your free real estate. Changeup away. He's really not giving in with sinkers much. He's certainly, as this game has gone on, really relied on the changeup and the slider and the curve, and sparingly using the fastball. And I think, I don't know. I feel as if he's turning too far away from the fastball because what can happen, and this is a run now, and that really showcases, that really showcases the importance, the veteran move of Charlie Blackman to not swing at that 0-1 fastball, to allow Hampson to get to second base so that he can move him to third and then you get the sac fly. Man, I know that's like old school announcing where they're like, what a good job, from getting the runner over and stuff like that. But that was actually a really, I'm more impressed with the sequence of going to first and third for Hampson in that at bat because of Blackman's decisions. And that's the importance of Ashby. You got to get that slider down, not on the outside corner at 0-2, right? It's the little things, guys. It's like those small things give opportunities to other to hitters to do something, right? Ugh. And there's okay. Whew. I don't know the result of this pitch. I legitimately do not. But here you are. It's 2 outs. And yeah, if you're CJ Crow and you're like, you just scored a run, like Ashby's at 81 pitches. Theoretically, you can think, oh man, we want to do a longer at bat here and maybe make this inning go a little bit longer and maybe push him out before the 6th inning, right? At the same time, Crone is like, I want that heater, dang it. And he gets one. And this is Meaty McGee. 94, not 96. It's a little bit down. Like, you can golf this thing out. And, oh, wow. Whew. Ashby got away with that. He got away with that. Oh, man. All right, yep, he's trying. I mean, how many times has Ashby thrown a first pitch breaker? It's insane. I mean, I'm all for it, for free real estate. Like, guys aren't taking advantage of it, I mean, has there been a single batter who's gotten a hit on it? One guy swung and grounded out. I think it was Brendan Rodgers, right? But no one's actually done it. Now, 0-1 is when Diaz hit the home run, but 0-0, no. Oh, there's a good fastball. This is what I've been looking for. We haven't seen this much. Like, Ashby has not been throwing fastballs on like inside and outside a whole lot to right-handers. Like, now you go inside. Oh, not with a breaker. Like, no. And that's, again, like, that's another mistake. That's 1-2. I hung again. Looks like a strike all the way through. Instead of getting it down here, that's right in the middle, and it went his way for once. You know, it's interesting. I've seen a lot of games of Aaron Ashby this year, and a lot of times he throws excellent pitches and gets burned by it. And this is a game where he's making some mistakes and not getting burned by it. Oh, once again, trying to get this inside, and he misses it. That's 94 and not 96. Velocity's down. He's trying to get free real estate. Hilliard, were you looking for... Hilliard is taking these weird at-bats. Was he looking for a curveball? It doesn't seem like he was. But he's like, oh, but this is a really meaty one, so I got to swing now. And he swings and misses. So you can say, well, nothing changes, Nick. Well, yeah. But because he swings and misses, if he did make contact, which would just be a little bit better, it's not going to be good contact. It's going to be, you know, he wasn't so close. He didn't just miss it. Like, he swung and missed. You know? So, I mean, that's not bad, but, man, Hilliard, good job saying no to that. Good, I guess saying no to that, but those aren't competitive enough from Ashby. Change up? Yeah. Oh, okay. So I'm not inherently against. I safe, I think. Is he safe? Oh, he's out. Oh man, that's wow. What a play. Down allows Hilliard to catch up to this. Right? Sees this as a strike all the way through. He's able to get to the barrel quicker. If this is up here, he's not getting to that, and that once again gives an opportunity to be out, or to be he's out. Allow a hit. Grichuk is like, I know you're doing that first pitch stuff, and he swung and he fouled off. He's like, dang it. Okay, so now do they set up with a changeup away? Or do they do a slinker away? What's up? Oh, it's a changeup over the plate. Grichuk got 2 meaty pitches there. He was close. He was close, but that's what Ashby needed. He got a 12-pitch inning there. So now he survives into the 7th. And honestly, I'm really surprised that the Brewers are letting Ashby pitch with 93 pitches. Probably some conversation was had. Like, no, let me do this. It's all right. He's at 93 now. And this is something that when we talk about development, Aaron Ashby at 93 is something that over time that stamina gets better. And when we say stamina, it's not about lasting in innings. It's also about keeping velocity. 93 is not, you know, that's not what makes us like Aaron Ashby. It's sitting 96 on that sinker. He got away with that. This was a, I mean, it's out of the zone and then falls back in. But if McMahon is thinking like it's not going to be another fastball, if it's going to be off speed, you could crush that thing. You got away with that, I think. Try and go a slider more lateral than we normally see. That's normally more depth to it. And he's not getting that. You know, Ashby has tried to do this slider down and over here a bit, and he doesn't really get it. When he gets where he gets his whiffs, I think is more here. You know, coming down that way. He's not really getting these to lefties. And how you normally get it is you get it here, not up here. Oh, that's not the one I want. And yeah, he's oh man, McMahon just was not ready for that. What is this swing? What's going on here? I mean, this is a strike all the way through, but he's timed for the fastball. He's thinking it's going to be a fastball. He's like, oh no, I'm out in front, so I need to just kind of throw the bat at this because it's going to land as a strike. Yeah. All right, you guessed wrong. Change up. See, okay, that's closer to what he's been trying to do. He's been getting it inside. At least it's there. He's trying to get down to that one, but at least it's on the right side this time. Oh man, that's terrible. I was trying to be a curveball for free real estate and just spiked it. That's really good. See, I've been waiting for that. I think that's really good from Ashby. That's a lot of outs, and also means that, you know, it's the 7th inning. He's at 100 pitches, but if you see guys like Alcantara and Wheeler and, you know, Greinke and all these guys have these lower pitch counts, it's because they execute pitches like this that turn into outs often early in counts. But hey, 1-1 fastball there. That's cool. Now go inside. No, he's not really playing. Ashby doesn't really play much of the Ha! I used to play much of any game of like east-west or north-south. Like, he's not doing that much. He's just playing a game of like a pitch type, and generally there's a rule of pitch type of like changeups are here, sinkers to righties over here, and then actually I got the colors wrong. Fastballs come over here, and then sliders over here, and that's just a rule for lefties. Instead of saying, hey, I want my slider back door, I want my slider here, and curveballs just kind of wherever in here, right? Instead of saying, cool, I want my fastball here, I want my fastball here, I want my fastball here. He's not really moving each individual pitch type around the zone. And I think that is a thing that he should develop over time. He's accidentally doing it, but he's not quite there yet. And I think he needs to play more of those games because he can be so effective. Finally, you executed the good changeup. You did it. Ah, that's nice. So that's good. That instead of those front door ones, this is what he's been trying to do. I love it. And also, because he threw the 93-mile-per-hour sinker there, this one is slower and more movement away, and he's got to swing at that. Hey, some free real estate on that curveball. Fastball 92 now. Man, if they don't have someone warming up at this point, like this should be in every facet of it, Ashby's last batter, right? Like, without a doubt. So I'm guessing. I see 106. I know that the total pitch count is 111. I'd be shocked if Hampson gets on base and then he gets another guy. That just seems so wrong to me. He's down velocity wise. You throw a changeup away and you got him. Too far away, but good idea. Throw it again. I would throw it again. Fastball inside, no slider because it's inside. Yeah, that's not bad. Changeup away or fastball with changeup. Yeah, trying to do a changeup. I think when you lose your velocity, you do throw more secondaries because, as you get tired in the game, you're going to rely more on the movement than the speed of the pitches. That makes sense. That means why you're seeing him rely so much on the secondaries in this at bat here. But he's just playing east-west of those pitch types. And you got the back door. Again, he's not trying to do that. I mean, this is such a good example of like our showcase. The final pitch of this, he's trying to nail this. And what happens is he does that, and it's the mistake. But that's the skill I actually want Ashby to get, of being able to move his pitch types across east-west and north-south at will. And he's not yet. And this is a great representation of the start, I think, because Ashby's stuff is so good and he threw enough strikes that, he was able to go through 7 innings, 9 strikeouts. But the precision is not there quite yet. Stamina is still an issue, as you got down to 92 by the end. And I think a lot of people are looking at this start as the start that showcases the true potential of Ashby. And I certainly thought so when I looked at the line and everything. But I watched this entire start and I see a guy who has amazing stuff, but there's still time, there's still development to be had here. And I'm very happy this went his way against Rocky Road, which is super sweet because the Rockies are terrible on the road. But there's still work to be done here. Especially, stamina, the velocity, and just overall precision and approach with what he does. So that's Aaron Ashby, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. Congratulations, Ashby. I'm super happy things went your way for once instead of the opposite. I think 2023 is going to be the year of Ashby. I'm more hesitant after watching this to believe in an absurdly good second half. But this was pretty cool. And his stuff is that good where it can just carry him in days like this. But all right, that's going to do it. Hope you enjoyed the super long one. Make sure you subscribe, hit the bell, all that fun stuff. Give a like. Let me know if you want me to do more of these super long ones or you just prefer the short ones. But yeah, that's Aaron Ashby, y'all. And make sure you check this out on Twitch, twitch.tv/Pitcher List, all that fun stuff. But that's going to do it for today. So my name is Nick Pollack, and may your BABIPs be low and your strikeouts high.